with these prop bets, these guys are texting their buddies or people they're in cahoots with. They're texting them mid game in some cases,
Who
saying,
told
"All
you
right,
that? Hold on. Who told you? Who told you this? Who told you this is what was going on? They have their runners,
my
their boys.
my brilliant co-host."
I mean, look,
It's
this is
like
old, it's old news, man. It's old news. But go
it's
ahead.
old news. I don't know. I'm just like I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's the same story over and over again, but it's so
We're
relevant
on
because
top of
it's
it.
literally
We're on
happening.
top of it. Maybe the feds are watching our show, which we hope they
I
are.
don't know.
What we want them
I,
to
I,
do,
I
what we want them to do, and I'm not going to disclose the kid who lost the 200K. So I better watch how I'm talking. I might have them all knocking at my door. But listen,
no.
but listen. The thing is this, Andrew. It all comes down to being traditional. You know,
Mhm.
my wife, my family, your wife, your family, everyone's wives, everybody's families, their friends. We want to keep the traditional ways of college athletics and amateur athletics in America, especially in the state of Pennsylvania, especially up at State College. That's the epicenter. That is the
Mhm.
largest alumni and in my opinion, the greatest state in the country for athletics is the state of Pennsylvania. And I'm a little biased, okay? I'm a little biased. All my sons and daughters competed here in Pennsylvania. Great competitions. I don't care. I don't care if it's baseball up to volleyball and everything in between. I had daughters that were gymnasts and rowers, and I mean sons that played, done track and field and yeah, just awesome sports, football and wrestling, baseball, just all great stuff in the state. And what we see
Mhm.
going on today, we have the largest alumni in the
Mhm.
world. The
Mhm.
largest alumni in the world have to make some noise, okay?
Mhm.
And they need to call their athletic director, their university, just like Andrew instructed you a month ago. He said,
Mhm.
and I said, stop sending them money and tell them why. When they call
And
you,
that's
when they call
and that's
you,
it.
stop sending them money and tell them why. Now, the University of Florida, they're struggling too, and they have a huge
Mhm.
alumni, and they have this
Mhm.
legendary, greatest athlete ever, in my opinion, to ever come out of college was Tim Tebow, right? So let's go back. Let's go back to the Sundays. Let's go back to the Sundays just real fast and cover this. So they got this
Mhm.
this guy who loves Jesus, okay, and has this huge fan base at every university. Everybody loves Tim Tebow. What does the NCAA do? They made him stop putting scriptures on his face, right? And on his little towel, and so they wanted to destroy his ability. They passed laws to stop Tim Tebow from sharing scriptures with his fans. All right, so
Mhm.
he goes to the NFL. His first rookie year, they make the playoffs by accident, and everybody knows it's the Holy Spirit. But what do? They get rid of him. They ship him over to a Jewish-owned football team, the New York Jets. And what
Mhm.
do? They devalue him. They say, "Oh, he don't really got it." Then he gets cut, and what do? They ship him to another Jewish-owned team, the Philadelphia Eagles. And what do? They dismantle him. To think, listen, to think that Tim Tebow couldn't beat a third team quarterback, a third
Mhm.
team quarterback in the NFL is a joke. He's just as
Mhm.
good as Doug Flutie or any of those other throwbacks, like this guy who's playing who's a quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. He had to just develop and make the team adjust to him. But his well, what do they want? No, they don't want. They didn't want him talking about Jesus in the
Mhm.
NFL. So the
Mhm.
point I'm making here, Andrew, is that the NCAA is so antichrist. The professional franchise are so antichrist that they are ruining. They are ruining, and the NCAA are ruining the traditional value of athletics. Okay,
Mhm.
athletics together, everyone accomplishes more. Athletics, people would say the Lord's Prayer or pray together before and after the games, right? It doesn't exist anymore, Andrew. It doesn't exist. And what
Mhm.
we see a crisis in mental health and suicide. And look, and we see and we see a gambling epidemic. I mean, give me a break. It doesn't look. People at universities, people at the NCAA, you're supposed to be smart, right? You're supposed to be academic. You're supposed to be able to figure out formulas as to what's the problem, right? So there's a major epidemic going on right now in America, okay, that can be fixed through the power of prayer, through the power of togetherness, bringing back the teams, and just going back to the traditional established ways that universities ran their football programs, mostly trying to stay local, with local state by state. Let the guys down south play for the southern teams, let the guys up north play for the northern teams. Pennsylvania kids stay in Pennsylvania and the like. Do you understand? And that is what I pray and hope that this show does for our Pennsylvania kids. And the proof is in the pudding. Just look at the kid at Pitt right now. He's a freshman from on the Ohio and Pennsylvania borderline, Andrew, right? He's a freshman. The quarterback that they brought up from Louisiana, $1.7 million they paid him. He's a bust out. The kid's sitting on the bench, and there's some young freshmen who ain't making a penny. God bless him. He ain't making a penny. God bless him. And I hope they beat Notre Dame this week. But what I would tell you is that is college football. That's what college football is about. Do you understand? And if you just look up the state college, Andrew, and if you just look up the state college, we took the examples of what's going on there. These studly Pennsylvania guys, they all got together. Forget about the coach. The coaches stink.